Hello, hello. Just here to talk about judgment and the Judgment Tarot oil. Now, it's actually autumn here where I live at the moment. And of course, this is a perfect tarot oil, Judgment, to use at this particular time of the year. When there's any kind of shifting, any kind of change, when we're moving from one reality to the next, even for some people moving from the old earth to the new, we can use this archetype of judgment to help us to reflect on where we've been. And we do that so that we can, I guess, get clarity about where we're going and how we're going to do that. Whenever there's change, of course, we're always going to be letting something go. And that makes sense. You're going to let something go so that you can have something new. In nature, in truth, there is not this ongoing accumulation that we do here in the Western world of stuff, right? When you look at the shifting of the seasons, we go, things begin to die so that we can, go into the next phase. And whenever that happens, it's a great time to reflect, I know I'm doing that myself at the moment, and I think lots of people, a lot of us are doing that. This is a great time to consider health, as one example. Some people are focused on their finances, some of their relationships. It doesn't really matter what it is. But when we are going through a shift, we do think back to how things have been. Do we want them to continue this way? How do we need to kind of step up so that we can be more? And that can be, how can we make a greater difference in the world? People think that we are here to be happy, are we? Or are we here to fulfill our mission, to be of service, to bring more light? For each one of us, it may be a little different. But I'm thinking about, what am I going to grow in the garden? What needs to happen as we move through this particular season in preparation for the dormancy of winter? And what will I grow in the spring in the garden? What herbs do I need for my health? Will they grow in the environment that I have here in this garden? It's just a funny little example, I guess, I'm giving you. But with judgment, there is this reflection. It's time. You need time to slow down and to actually be still so that you can reflect, so you can consider. Often judgment is shown as three different people coming up out of the grave. So a man, a woman, and a child. And that represents the three different aspects of the self. And an angel with their trumpet, is they're blowing the trumpet, and it's like, doo, 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 come on, wake up, step up. And we're being asked, every part of us, every single aspect of who and what we are is being called on to hear the sound and step up to a higher level, to a higher vibration. And that's what this particular tarot oil, what this archetype will help us to do, is to shift up. And part of that process is about reflecting on what the cost will be to do that step up, and what do we need to leave behind so that we can do that, so that we can plant the new seeds for the garden to come. I hope you don't mind my funny little garden analogy, but it's just what popped into my head. And here in the tarot deck's version of Judgment, you may be able to see how she's blowing her trumpet. And even though the mind, represented by these swords, is trying to kind of get in the way, the energy is still flowing. The sound is very important. It has a particular vibration, yeah? It's a great time to sit in meditation, to listen to music that calms the spirit, soothes the mind. But this archetype will help you to step up to the next stage. A great one to use. Enjoy.